Hello friends, today we are going to talk about the lockdown, coronavirus lockdown, the relaxations being permitted, the extension of the lockdown and the repercussions. So as you all know, from 4th May, certain relaxations have been permitted in the lockdown, but the lockdown has also been extended for another 15 days. So we all know why this is so, because the curve is still not flattening, the numbers are rising, and the rise of numbers is also, the rate of rise is also increasing. Yet the government cannot think of keeping the nation under lockdown for too long. So the economy has to start, the people have to get back to their livelihoods. As you would have seen, migrants are getting restless, others are getting restless, people like you and I are getting restless. So government is having to balance this, what is called balancing lives and livelihood. So this decision has been taken. Now what I'm going to talk about today is primarily about what is your and my duty, what are our duties as citizens under these circumstances. Now, to understand the duties, first of all, we need to understand that the lifting of the lockdown or the introduction of relaxations in the lockdown by no means whatsoever does it mean that the coronavirus has gone or is on a declining trend. No, all it means is the government feels that it has relative control over the spread of the virus, that it is not increasing exponentially, that the healthcare system of the country would be able to handle it, and that it is time now for the economy to start, for people's livelihoods to start. Otherwise, any further extension might be counterproductive, right? So we have to understand this, that we have to, as citizens, you and I have to continue to take the same precautions of wearing masks, washing our hands, and maintaining social distance as we were doing before, even as we move out, even as we start our normal livelihood activities. Secondly, what we have to remember is that 80% of people who are testing positive these days are asymptomatic. That means they do not have external symptoms. They don't have any fever, they don't have cough, they don't have chest congestion or difficulty in breathing, nothing. They are as healthy as you and I, as energetic as you and I, as jovial as you and I. They might be young, they might be middle-aged, any age group. So the government is able to identify them because the government has started doing random testing. You and I cannot do random testing of each and every individual. So you and I have to presume that every person outside, once we step out of the house, every person outside could be a likely carrier of coronavirus. So we have to take same precautions as we were taking before, same precautions as if that person is a carrier of the virus. Maintain social distance, keep wearing our masks, and when we reach our office or when we reach our factories or when we return home, wash our hands, avoid touching surfaces as much as possible, as much as we can. And thirdly, this virus is going to continue. This is not what I am stating, this is what the experts, public health experts, scientists, doctors, etc. are saying, that this virus is likely to remain there for a long time. And the vaccine will take a year or year and a half or maybe more to come to the market, to come at a commercial stage where you and I can reach. So till then, you and I have to take these precautions. Till then, we have to presume that the other person could be a carrier of the virus and build our immunity system. How do we build that? We eat healthy food, we maintain healthy habits, we exercise, we try not to get stressed, and we try to eat garlic, turmeric, drink lots of water, preferably warm water, have good sleep, do physical exercise, take neem, take green tea, etc., etc. So with all these precautions, if we take, I am sure we'll be able to overcome this dreaded disease, right? With these words, best of luck to all of you. Thank you.